We are responding to the loss of this music icon. 41 NBC's Peyton Lewis has more.
On Saturday, May 8th, rock and roll legend Little Richard Penniman passed away in his Tennessee home after a long battle with bone cancer. Richard Penniman was born in Macon, Georgia, and known for breaking down racial barriers to create rock and roll music that influenced generations of people. Born into a family of 12 children, Little Richard learned gospel music at a very young age. As a teenager, he left home to perform rhythm and blues in medicine shows and nightclubs. His first records were produced in the early 1950s. His cousin Stanley Stewart says Richard's life and legacy serve as a symbol of hope for others.
When Richard started here in Macon, the racial climate was terrible. It was really terrible, and to think that he had to overcome what he had to overcome just to do what he did is a testament to the American dream.
Stewart described Richard as a man of God who loved to make music. He says Richard was a legend from the first note he ever sang.
It was as if the heavens opened up and said, "Let that be rock and roll." And ever since then, that musical genre has gone on and on and on, and kept people forever young. And so he was definitely the originator of rock and roll, and he'll definitely be missed.
Harold Young, the interim executive director at the Tubman Museum, says that Little Richard's legacy will be remembered by everyone, especially Middle Georgia's Black community.
He made a way for other people. Now we don't have to go through the back door. Now we have we own doors.
The Penniman family announced that it would host Richard Rock's International Music Festival earlier this year to celebrate the rock legend's 87th birthday. Stanley Stewart says the festival will still happen and will honor his cousin's life. In Macon, Peyton Lewis, 41 NBC News.
Now the proceeds from the Richard Rock's Music Festival will be donated to the Little Richard House and Museum. Now the childhood home of Little Richard serves as a resource center in the Pleasant Hill community. Organizers say the home is a tourist site and a